Hey, what's happening, world? I'm just here today. I want to share a poem I've written. I've tweaked it, I've polished it, and I've been working on it for years. I want to share this because I think someone needs to hear it. I'm going to lay out a quick orientation, a quick why behind this poem, and then I'm going to get into it. And at the end, I'll explain some of it. But my hope is that it can help somebody. That's my hope. I'm finally typing this out on 7th September 2025. This is a poem from me, Coach Cam. Bottom line up front, I'm so tired of losing people. I'm so tired of losing people. Listen up. There may not be a direct causation with death by suicide and alcohol. May not be a direct causation, but there is for damn sure a correlation. And I know of too many people who have attempted death by suicide or have died while drinking, all while drinking. And to be honest, I've done the same thing. And I consider myself, well, I'm here talking to you right now, as a privileged, blessed, fortunate, lucky one that lived on. I want to shout out to a mentor of mine, Sandy, for the following expression I'm going to share that sadly remains to be so true. The culprit behind over 50% or more of deaths, and I think this is applicable to our civilian world as well when it comes to death by suicide. Over 50% who choose the route of death by suicide. These are some of the contributors, some of the main trends of contributors. Now remember, there are tons of contributors, and this is a complex issue. That's why we don't have an answer and we don't have a fix. But here's this tragic trifecta that's all too common. It is, they got dumped, they got drunk, and they had access to lethal means. What am I saying here? I'm saying, please, all of us, we have to learn better ways to cope. We must. It's not even we have to. We must. This isn't even highly encouraged. This is like we must. We must. When it comes to breaking up in a relationship without breaking down, when it comes to drinking during an emotional time, the answer is not to be near a weapon or drinking. It's not a good choice. Mess with a gun shouldn't happen when we're in that bad emotional state. And i.e., we just broke up in a relationship. There's pain at the moment. Critical stressors are going on in life. Not one, but maybe there's more. That's just how life goes sometimes. When, the old expression, when it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. And why is that? Because that's truth, and it does sometimes. Or when we suffer a major loss or major disappointment. You know what I mean? A rough time. So this poem I called Make Good Choices. Are we ready? I'm 3 minutes into this. I hope I've grabbed your attention by now. I'm hoping that this poem can save or help someone. And these are all the things that I want to say to someone, all those we lose, period. But this one is in light of the all too common trend of alcohol and death by suicide. Here we go. Be careful with what you use to take the edge off. It may just lead to you taking your own head off. So you are in pain and you seek release and to quench your thirst. But have you ever thought about how this sip can only lead to worse? Like a night full of broken promises, foolish speech filled with slurs, or worse, to the point of you laying in a hearse, or making your family stress, praying, pulling, and begging on a nurse, begging and pleading, wishing and hoping for the chance to ask, why were you so broken? And why, oh why, is this the choice you have chosen? Sadly, now, they'll never get that answer and they'll never get that peace. No, they won't, because you have chose to be deceased. You chose to give it a voice, and you chose to listen to that beast. The beast. We all have that beast. At times, the beast will never cease. The beast that prefers all of us to be at our least. The beast that steals like a thief. It makes us feel worthless. And as we feel so sickened, the beast that takes all of our judgment and our wisdom. We feel lost with no clarity, no vision, as we feel so sickened. But let's be real. We feed that beast through human poison, aged fruits, and yeast. Well, all of that enables that beast who takes all of our will and dominion. And through that and other actions, you have chose to exit early to be another victim. We have lost you to that sick beast that breathes deceit. You know, the one that truly never cares about you, them, or we. Another life, yours in this case, is now lost. A precious life is the cost. Yes, it is true, I guess. Your pain ends. But the pain of those you left behind, well, my friend, that pain only begins. Now they, we, us, are stuck and question everything from should they have been more loose or more stricter. All the while you are gone. You are another victim, and you will never again be a victor. Don't hear me wrong. Don't hear me wrong. I say this not to cast stones or judge, but it hurts. This pain that never ends. We wish what is never was. So this is not meant to diss you. Rather, this is an expression of how badly and so painfully we miss you. But it is obviously too late. You are gone now. I wish so bad that you have stopped. You would have stopped and chosen to wait, but you are gone. We wish you would have told us that there was an issue. I'm sitting here thinking of all the times where I may have dismissed you. Now we all, what if it, all day. And for these tears, there's never enough tissue. This is not about me, but I wished you would have told me about this issue. There's never enough time to grieve, to process this or heal. All we do is what if this while we miss you. If we could go back, we could have helped with any type of issue. Instead, the beast's deceit mixed with poison has forever dismissed you. But look, we could have stopped, paused, talked, and chosen another route. Your life could have went on while all of their pain may have never came about. And look again, this is not about us or them, but please hear me out. We could have helped you find a way to heal. Our bonds could have been made stronger as they'd have been forged in steel. You know the steel that only comes from sharing together, sharpening each other on this road of life. Instead, all of us, well, we're stuck here with this pain, and it cuts like a knife. Every single waking hour as we miss you and your life. You just don't know who or what good is coming your way. Maybe, just maybe, that is the reason you're going through this today. So you can use your lessons as blessings to help them on their way. But we will never know that. We just know that you are gone. I just wish you could have told me, us, any of us, and we could have kept moving on. There's nothing like telling the truth and keeping it real. It literally builds spiritual steel, the steel of leaning on one another when you know it is real, when you feel it. But now we can't. We miss you, and why? What if is all we chant. Look, y'all, I am sorry, not sorry for this rant, but I have to say it all ahead of time, just in case one day I wished I did, but then I can't. Instead, everyone has lost their hope and faith, dreams, and all good wishes for certain. They all feel foolish now as they are forever overwhelmed with this burden. They breathe, but now it is broken with a life full of hurt. Feeling lost, empty, this kind of pain is relentless. Why, why? Why did you have to be so vicious? I know that was not in your intentions, but this is a pain saga that's passed on, and it is endless. Pain plus alcohol plus a gun has added up to you gone, and that is pernicious. You are gone from our lives, from this world, and now your story ends. But for your loved one, your family, and friends, that pain now starts, and for them, it never ends. We have all lost you, and in this game of life, in this play, nobody wins. Please, if you are thinking about it, I'm begging you, someone out there hearing me, please do not do it. Whatever the stressor, I swear to you, we can help you through it. Any issues you got, somehow we can help you solve them, resolve them, maybe evolve them. Please, please, please do not choose a permanent solution over a temporary problem. Again, any issues you got, somehow we can help you solve them, resolve them, maybe even evolve them. Please, please, please do not choose a permanent solution over a temporary problem. This is all temporary. That I can certainly bet. I'm sure of this, and I state that fact again twice right here with no regret. The only permanent in this world, in this life of ours, is our very own death. So I'm begging you, please, please don't make that permanent step. We love you. You may not think this because of how your pain feels. It is unending. It's day by day, and it feels really real. But know this, you are still lovable. You are still lovable. So again, I say 3 times, please do not choose a permanent solution over a temporary problem. Please reach out, speak up to others while you got them. Yes, my friend, it's a big climb up, but there is no foundation that's stronger than the bottom. Please keep moving, keep enduring, and let's make wrong things right. I'm begging you, please do not let this be your last night. We need you on this earth. I swear that is for certain. And I swear to you right now, my friend, if you're hearing me, you are never, ever, ever, ever a burden. Never that. Trust me, we love you. We're busy. We're all tied up. We overlook things. And I'm sad to say, but even then, please do not let this be your last day. I'm speaking for everybody. We're sorry. As the truth is this, none of us are perfect. You may not be able to see it right now, but waking up tomorrow, it is going to be so worth it. Do not let today, them, or then lead to your demise. It may not be exactly tomorrow that you realize, but you will know there is a reason, a season, perhaps a person or a purpose. You can't see it now, but please understand that you are not worthless. Please tell people how you feel. Speak up. It will be of great service. I hope in all of this, you have heard this. Live on. Please do not leave. You cannot see it right now in your moment of pain, stress, and strife. But again, you have no idea who is coming down this road of life. I have no idea. You don't know. And if you go right now, you won't. And yes, again, life sucks. And it is not perfect. Brother, sister, you staying alive, you might not see it now, but it's so worth it. The way forward is still filled with stress. The ways to improve are, yes, maybe a bit quite complex, but we need you today, tomorrow, and the next. To me, the powers that be will ensure we are no longer here. This is a fact, and history has shown that to be clear. So please do not choose to take your own life, no matter the endless feeling of strife. Free will is real, and the choice is yours. But please do not leave today. Let's wait and let's endure some more. I do not want to grieve you. I want to see you be a light in this world for you and for others. For people you don't know right now, one day will indeed be your sisters and brothers. So let's keep moving, keep enduring, and let's try, please, to make wrong things right. I am pleading again to anyone listening. Don't let today be your last night. Shine on, keep on, and come on, friend, let's keep learning. Do you know that line from Viktor Frankl? What is to give light must endure burning. So please hear me now, and please listen to all your good internal and external right voices. Please take this mess, make this mess a message. And please, my friend, make good choices. Please. That's my poem, y'all. And I'll share it. I'll put it out. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll put it on everything. I ain't making no money off of this. I'm just trying to reach people where they're at. It hurts my soul, man. It really does. And the truth is, we cannot save everyone. And I'm accepting that. I accept that. But again, I have to say a special shout out to Colonel B, who inspired me with his words on suicide prevention. We'll never be perfect, but we can sure be better at saving lives together. Also, please know that this poem was inspired by the many times that I had suicidal ideations, and real attempts. And you know when it was and how it happened every single time? Alcohol. While I was drinking and or the next day. That hangover, called anxiety. I call it hang depression. Whatever you want to say. The next day you feel so worthless, ashamed, and hurt. I've been there. And I'm still here. Please make good choices. So again, all of this said, I pray this poem can help someone. We need better coping skills. We must find better coping mechanisms, coping skills, healthy outlets. I don't care, hobbies, things to do, okay? I'm not a prohibitionist. That led to NASCAR and gangster movies. People can do what they want to do, but you can't just drink. And please don't be near a weapon. Look into Overwatch Project for them on there. They're trying to normalize asking someone for their weapon when they're going through a hard time, the same way that when we see someone drinking and they're out of the bar or they're out of the party and we take their keys, the same way we would offer and we would inject ourselves to have the courage to ask one more time to that person for help, to help them find help, but to also say, can I hold those weapons from you? The same way we do with keys. So let's exercise more. Let's volunteer more. Let's read more. Let's help more. Let's laugh more. And let's drink less. Like, for real, we got to find better coping mechanisms. For me, I have to go 100% no drinking. That's just the way I'm wired. That's just me. But it's to each their own. And you do you, boo-boo. I'm just saying, if you are going through a bad day or a bad season, do not drink or get obliterated off of substances. And please do not be near weapons. It's proven. You can look it up. You can look it up at Overwatch Project. You can look it up wherever you want to. Time and space saves lives. Having very high depression or anxiety, especially when it's untreated or not dealt with in a healthy way, can make you impulsive. For a lot of us, military background, first responders, superheroes of the world, you already are impulsive, or else you wouldn't be doing the line of work you're doing. So you throw that in there, right? And then you throw in their drinking. That makes you impulsive, right? So a lot of us, of the backgrounds I just described and more. So it's not just us, but we're comfortable with firearms. We're familiar with firearms. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing in and of itself. But when you are drinking and you're going through a whole lot, you may be impulsive. And I mean, you can jump off of something, you can inject something, you can ingest something, you can, asphyxiation or, cutting off oxygen. There's ways to survive from those things. And it may be likely in some of those cases you will survive. But I'm going to tell you right now, around to your body, to your head, which is where most of us put it, you're probably not coming back. And I'm not saying guns are bad. Mm-mm. Just the same way with what happened in New Orleans. God rest all those people's souls. I'm not saying cars are bad. Okay, it's how we use them. But if you're drunk, you shouldn't be in a car driving. And if you're going through a whole lot and you're drunk too, you definitely shouldn't have no weapon near you. You should never play with a weapon when you're drinking. Accidents happen, but people make impulsive decisions based off all the stuff that I've described. So I'm just saying, adjust how you're going about things. And a special shout out. I got to shout out a few communities on this that have helped me find strength and a continued perspective. Through them, I find ways to maintain, be consistent, and keep my tank full. If you ever heard me speak, you can listen to other episodes, but I have an analogy of keeping our tanks full. You can listen on another episode for that. But these people help keep my tank full. And that's the Overwatch Project. You can find them at overwatchproject.org. That's the Armed Services Arts Project, asap.org. Anyone in any way affiliated with military. You could be a niece or a nephew or a grandson, granddaughter, a little brother of someone, a little sister of someone who has served, and you can qualify to learn the arts. And it's free. It's free 99. And I definitely have to shout out amazing community that's helped me out so much, led by Coach Kev and his wonderful, beautiful partner S. They've helped me keep the alcohol out of my mouth for close to 7 years now. And that is Habits V2. habitsv2.com. Refer to themselves as Unplugged. Sometimes Habits Unplugged. We call ourselves the Unpluggers because we've unplugged from things. It's similar to like the Matrix if you think about it. You just unplugged from that trap that for some of us is just a downward spiral of eventual death, right? You can still be breathing and be dead, zombies, right? You're not really living. And like Bruce Lee said, if you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. So before I turn this into my own podcast, you can find them at Habits, the traditional way of spelling habits, and then V as in Victor, 2 as in the letter.com. So Hotel Alpha Bravo India Tango Sierra Victor 2 dot Charlie Oscar Mike over. If you know, you know what I just did. But I sincerely want to tell everybody I love you. And I'm just so tired of losing people. So I'm going this route. I'm trying to express how I feel about preventing death by suicide and all harmful shit, all destructive shit. I think a lot of it, we just got to find better ways of coping, better ways of handling and dealing with our stress, emotional skills. One Love organization, onelove.org or onelove.com. It's made in memory of Yardley Love. Anybody out there, relationships and stuff like that, it'd be good to look into. I watched it. I went through the training and I was like, wow, I didn't know how maybe toxic I was at times, right? And then, for anybody in the military, they have some version of everywhere. But for the Marines, I know it's family advocacy program. You can learn a lot of relationship skills, because we don't get taught that in boot camp. We don't get taught that in our MOS or A schools or whatever you want to call it, and I'm not saying you should get taught those things, right? But we got to realize that we're ignorant in a lot of those areas, and all we know is what we know. And your normal that you're used to may not be what right looks like. So you can always learn something. I mean, you can always teach an old devil dog new tricks. I'm trying to learn every single day. All right. But like, again, I won't get on my rant and everything like that. But if nothing else you don't take from this is please wait. Please think it over. Please reach out for help. But please, no matter what, do not choose a permanent solution for a temporary problem. Please, 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 please. As I said in that poem, the only permanent in this world, in this life of ours, is our very own death. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to ask y'all to make good choices. And, it's September, so Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, but every day, every month, is Suicide Prevention Awareness. So we just got to be there for each other, take care of each other. I love y'all. I share this with the utmost love, and I hope that it can help somebody. All the best.